Hey guys, my name is Patrick, in case you didn't know, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. I know it's been like a week since my last posted, and I'm really sorry. I just had midterms, and it's been a lot of studying, and a lot of sleeping, and a lot of sleeping, and a lot of sleeping. Um, so I've been really busy with school and with I went home last weekend, and then I'm home this week, so this is why new background. And I just want to apologize. Like, I'm really bad at YouTube. Like, I'm really bad at this sort of stuff, and I'm really bad with deadlines, and so I'm really sorry. And I should be back on schedule again. Hopefully, I stop messing up and I like get my shit together. Gosh, I really am sorry. I did film a video for last Friday, and then I got really busy with like trying to pack for home and then trying to go home, so I didn't have time to like edit, and then I didn't want to post it, so then I was just like, oh. And then Monday and Wednesday, life, college, you know. But I'm back with a movie review today since today is Friday, and I want you to go see the good movies and leave out the bad ones. And also today's really interesting because I have found a movie that I really don't like to review for you. I know in the past, like Other People was really good. Girl on the Train I thought was really good. Um, what else have I reviewed for you? I don't know. But like most of the like all the movies I've reviewed for you so far, I've actually like generally enjoyed, and I think you should all go see. Oh, Split. Oh, great movie. But they're all movies that I think you should like actually go see. But this movie, I don't think you need to see it, and I don't think you should waste your time seeing it. And I overall thought this movie was pretty bad. So let's get into it. So yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday I think, I watched King Cobra, which, if you don't know what this movie's about, if you've ever heard of the gay porn star Brent Corrigan, if you have, great. If you haven't, go look him up. But he was involved in a lot of controversy and a lot of scandal, like in like 2005 to 2007 ish, like around that time. And this movie is about that controversy and that scandal. Because for those of you who don't know, this gay porn star with the stage name of Brent Corrigan, um, his early films, he was underage, he was 17, and also there was a little like rivalry between one studio and another, which one studio really wanted Brent because Brent was like an upcoming rising star in the porn industry, and Brent's company and whatever was owned by a guy named Brian Kokas, but in the movie they changed his name to Steven. So if you know the story and then you watch the movie and you're like, where's this Brian character? They changed the name to Steven. So this rivalry porn company, it wants Brent, but Brent is stuck in a contract with his porn studio at the time because Brent eventually turns 18 and is like finally legal and like everything's copacetic. He's finally able to actually make porn videos now. And so they want to get him out of his contract because the name Brent Corrigan is under that contract, and all the porn studios just want to work with that name since he is like this big rising star. But without like cutting ties to the contract, the name is stuck to that studio, so he'd have to create a new name, and it would just be like super complicated for other studios. So the studios really wanted that name. And Brian, Steven in the movie, gets murdered. That's like that was like the big 2007 like gay porn industry story where this man was murdered, and a lot of people thought it was Brent because he wanted his stage name, but um they later investigated and like they discovered these other two porn stars and porn industry makers or porn video makers in the industry. They discovered they were like involved in this and that they had committed the murder. I did some little research. One of them, I don't remember which one, but one of them is Harlow and the other one is Joe, and one of them pled guilty to the murder, and then the other one pled not guilty, and I think has appealed his sentencing or something. The one who has who's pled guilty is in prison for life without parole, I believe. So fun stuff. Um, but that's like the basics of the story. There was a murder, rival porn studios, yada yada yada. So, um, yeah, that's like the basic story. So this movie, though, however, was pretty bad. It really was. The character development I felt was really bad, was really horrible. I I think they didn't really explain like Brent Corrigan's like backstory at all. Like they the movie is kind of like assuming you know the story already, which I don't think is like ever a good thing when you just like assume the audience knows something when they like most likely don't, especially like I don't know, a movie like you introduce characters, you develop them, and then you go from there. But also the problem is the real Brent Corrigan, real name Sean Paul Lockhart. He's spoken out on Twitter, and he's only said that he gave the movie the rights to the name Brent Corrigan, but he didn't have any input on the film. He didn't give his own opinion. He didn't give his own story. So this movie runs into some problems when you don't ask like the main character or talk to the main character about their backstory or their life in general. So, and it shows in the movie. They just assume you know who Brent Corrigan is, and they assume you know his backstory, and it's like that's not what a movie is meant to do. You're like supposed to develop this character so that we're all like, okay, we know what we're talking about. Otherwise your movie hasn't accomplished much. It's just like, oh, here's a character, and hope you know him. If you don't, you're out of luck. The character development, and it's not just with Brent Corrigan. It was like with the character Steven, based on the real person Brian. You don't. There's a lot. Like the movie's an hour and 30 minutes, which is really short for a movie. Like that's not animated, and you don't know anybody's backstory. Like, you don't know what happened to Brent in his past. You don't know what happened to Steven in his past. Harlow, you touch on a little bit of his, like, traumatic past, but that's about it. You don't learn anything about Joe. You barely, like, scrape the surface of any of these characters. Like, they're, like, not real people. There's, like, no backstory. There's nothing. Like, there's literally nothing to work with these characters. There's nothing interesting about them. They're really hollow characters. And the movie, like, whoever did this movie, they didn't do anything with these characters. They just kind of threw them in and hoped for the best, and they didn't even bother to do anything. And it really showed, and it's really bad. Also, with the characters, the cast, I looked up the cast and I looked up the real people, and there's about like one character, Harlow. Was it Harlow? Yeah, Harlow, played by Keegan Allen from Pretty Little Liars. I think he's the only one that like slightly resembles the real Harlow. Garrett Clayton, the Disney star who plays Brent Corrigan, I don't think he looks anything like Brent Corrigan at all. Like, because I looked at them when they were actually in 2007, and he doesn't look anything like Brent Corrigan. The haircut's not the same. The look is not the same. Nothing. Steven, I think, Christian Slater, I think they they made him look younger, and like I don't the real like Brian looks a lot older than Christian Slater, so that's a problem. And then James Franco, I think they just put him in there for the star power because they don't look anything alike. Like him and Joe, nope. I don't even know like a saving grace for this movie really. But also back to character development. I really have a problem with this character development in this movie. But they show Brent Corrigan's mom like once, and they're like, oh, you're going to film school, ha ha ha, when like he's actually making porn. But they're like, oh, you're going to film, and so they have like a nice little like mom and son moment. It's like, oh, that's cute. And then when it's revealed that like he was underage and all this scandal came out and it was all over the internet, his mom just like tears him apart. But it felt so like awkward and so like unwarranted because we talked to his mom like once. Like you didn't build a relationship with his mom. You don't know how close he was with his mom. It wasn't like he saw his mom every week. It wasn't like he talked to his mom every day or every week. Like there was no relationship between him and his mom. So when like the scandal came out and the mom was like, "How dare you?" and blah 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 blah, it was just like, "Who are you again? Like, are you his mom? Who are you?" Like, anyway, as always, if you like this video, if you like my review, please give it a thumbs up, a little love, a little like, and comment down below if you've seen this movie, and we can talk about how horrible it is. Ugh. Comment down below if you've avoided this movie at all costs because of me. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. Not really. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends to subscribe, because that's what buttons are for. Oh, gosh. But please subscribe. Please tell your friends about me. I'm going to LA on Sunday, so look for pretty pictures on my Instagram and pretty pictures on Facebook, and lots like I'm taking my camera with me to I'm taking my camera with me. So lots of pretty pictures, lots of pretty film. I'm super excited. I will probably put a vlog on Monday. I'll probably have like a 3-part vlog or something, or like a vlog on Monday and then vlog on Wednesday and then maybe review on Friday, or maybe I'll just cancel that review on Friday and I'll just give you some more California love. And yeah, so I'm really excited because I really want to go to Los Angeles, and we have like a whole itinerary of things, and it's super exciting, and I'm gonna hopefully take you along for most of it. Some I might not be able to, but I am super excited. My spring break is finally here, and it couldn't be. Like I'm so glad. So again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on Monday in California, baby.